victory for them, and just for us, difficult one. Going to miss these seniors. Good group of kids. Great group of kids. Not a good group of kids. It was one of those years. A very difficult season for us. We had a lot of uncontrollable moments. A lot of things that weren't easy for our kids and our coaches. To be honest with you, uncontrollables is what we call them, and you can't control. When you have a lot of injuries and things go wrong, you learn a lot about yourselves. And the thing I'm most proud of this team is they've stayed tight-knit group, close group of young men that'll appreciate each other for the rest of their lives. And they'll walk away from this, from this last 4 years, for most of them 4 and 5 years, with one hell of a degree from one of the best schools in the country, and a great experience playing unselfish football here at Syracuse. And we look forward to making them proud as we move forward. With that, any questions?
Is there any questions for Coach?
Coach,
Shannon?
for this one, you talked about shutting down Tyler Murphy. Are you happy with how your defense stepped up and was able to contain him?
Well, for the most part, I was real pleased. Poor thing. God love her. For the most part, I was really pleased with the way our defense played today. I think the biggest, obviously disappointing when we gave up the big one there at the end of the game when it was kind of over. But hats off to Tyler Rouse, a wonderful young man from Baldwinsville that we didn't get to recruit him. Just didn't have a scholarship for him at the time. So I was really happy for him. Anytime a Central New York kid has success, you're happy for him. Unfortunately, it was against us today. But after that, I thought our defense played extremely well today, other than that play and then the wheel route where they made a nice play down the field. Just difficult to win games when you're struggling as much as we have on offense.
Other questions for Coach?
What about the fracas out there? What was that like?
One thing led to another, and I'm not really sure it happened so fast, to be honest with you. I was disappointed that that happened, but it's a very violent sport, and sometimes those things happen. You don't want to be, part of getting into a confrontation. It's an embarrassing situation. I thought our coaches handled it well. Thought the officials did a nice job handling it, and then we moved on. And for the most part, the game was fairly clean after that. So I thought it was a nice job by the officials, as well as both coaching staffs, getting in their kids' ears and saying, "Come on, let's keep it between the whistles." It's just one of those deals where I don't know what happened, to be quite honest with you, other than tempers flared, and you had a bunch of kids that wanted to win a football game.
You talked about using this end of the year to get a look at the quarterbacks. Maybe are you satisfied with the look you got today and maybe the last couple of weeks?
No, not satisfied. Not satisfied unless we're winning games and putting numbers up. So we got a lot of work to do with those kids.
I mean, in terms of even just like testing them for teams, like you only really got to see AJ today. Are you is that kind of what you wanted to do going in? Or?
We're just trying to win football games. We know a lot. We know a lot about these kids now because they've prepared for game planning and that sort of thing. So I feel good about some of the evaluations that we've had, but I know we got a lot of work to do to get to where we need to be.
Scott, recruiting on Monday, will that start Monday?
Yeah.
What's, I guess, the main priority just in the next couple of weeks on the recruiting trail where you otherwise would have been maybe practicing for bowl games?
Main priority is to go out there and keep these kids. We have a lot of very good committed football players, good people too, great families. Really excited about this group. We need to keep them all committed, keep them orange, and get them in here with what I think is a very good freshman class this year. And put 2 back-to-back solid classes together. But I'm excited to get out there. We've met a lot of the parents and stuff that have come to our campus, but the kids that couldn't travel to our campus, I'm looking forward to getting out there and meeting mom, dad, and grandma, and everybody else, and brothers and sisters, and just building this next, this class of young men that are coming to Syracuse. And I'm excited about this group. So looking forward to it. You turn the page. Wish we were practicing for a bowl game, but we're not. So you go out there and you spend that time, well planned, and you try to get out there and do the best job putting together that next class.
Scott, I understand what happened offensively with the injuries.
Yeah.
But nevertheless, and you've been around a while. Have you seen an offense struggle as badly as this is in the time that you've been around?
Yeah, I've seen. Yeah, I sure have. So.
Can you tell me about it, or what?
I'm not sure what you want.
Well,
didn't move the ball very well, Bud. That's not good offense, and next year we'll move it a lot better, and I can't wait to get to work on it. Simple as that, Bud.
Mm-hmm.
Scott, how do you see this year's struggle, making you better for next year? Anytime
you struggle, you learn a lot about yourself as coaches, as players, and as offensive and defensive scheme guys that you go out. So we'll go out and we'll look at what we want to do going down the road and do a great job with it. And I'm very confident that we'll do a great job with that. We've got a good group of guys and looking forward to it.
What was the thought process behind having Tim on the sideline?
He wanted to be down there. He wanted to keep them juiced up. He wanted to enjoy, trying to keep the fire in their bellies going up and down the field. That was our goal, was to try to play with great energy and enthusiasm throughout the course of the day. And I was good with it. We had Terrell up there looking at coverage and Bobby up there looking at coverage and Austin. So we felt good about it. And I said, sure, let's go. Bring them down, try to keep everybody juiced up and motivated on the sideline. Simple as that.
Obviously, your job doesn't.
We had a very simple game plan going into this thing, trying to keep it simple, and didn't feel like it was necessary to have them up there for this game.
Obviously, your job doesn't stop, but how do you give yourself a mental break, just to take a deep breath and get yourself ready for next year?
I'll go home tonight and be with my lovely wife and my daughter and my son, and that's all I need. Need about 8 hours of that, and I'll be ready to go.
Final question for Coach. Anything else today?
Anyone else who you're looking at trying to redshirt besides Luke? Medical. You're applying for other medical.
Yeah, we have some of those things. We're going to talk about those tomorrow. So, okay. Okay. Thanks a lot. You got it.